Hello channel, welcome back again. Rolling on to another video. Don't know where the time's going to be honest, but there we go. Game week 404 live and we're going into game week 405 already. Crazy. Middle of the international break, so usually a bit of a quiet one, but quite a few games on this weekend, so there we go. None of the games have actually started this week, so nothing really to report there. It is a bit boring, there's not even any games on or anything on TV tonight, so there we go. I really talk a wee bit about lineup selections again. So I haven't actually picked anything yet. So what I'm going to do is go and just pick the All Stars and kind of focus on that just after the good start to monthly leaderboards as well. And this weekend, I actually have a good chance, I think, at the All Star Super Rare as well. So I'm going to start from there and work back down and do some lineup building. So this is always a sore one to look at. Courtois been injured. Huge blow that, but there we go. As I said at the time, you just got to go on with it. Interesting one, Runarsson now got in at Cardiff, won this last season, and he's Iceland goalkeeper and he's got 2 games. So this is quite an interesting choice actually for this competition. Do you go for the sort of 2 games against Luxembourg and Bosnia for a better chance? I think I'm going to just stick with Alisson just for the super rare because I'll need to use Runarsson somewhere else. So I think no matter what happens, I'm going to be using him somewhere. Andy Robertson unique. Well, Scotland have become world beaters these days, so so don't be crap at the weekend, Andy. Come on. Only unique as well, so it's a natural selection there. I do actually have, I think, under 23 goalkeeper as well. So guys like Cockchu, etc., I'm probably going to reserve for the under 23s. Cal McGregor goes in here. Just a really good game against Rangers at Ibrox. Scotland are buzzing. I think they should do well against Cyprus. So it goes without saying, but top of the group and really on good momentum, Scotland. Interesting choice now in terms of what happens in the forward position. So could actually use Lyle Abada in here or Johnny Russell. Now Johnny Russell's got into Miami away. Did have a small injury recently, but I think he's fit now. I think provisionally I'm going to go with Abada. Just basically playing against Romania. I think he should start. If not, he's quite dangerous from the bench. And Inter Miami are a much improved team. Oh, wrong button. Much improved team. Just been way better overall. There's guys away, like Messi's still with Argentina, etc. I think Jordi Alba might be away as well. So that's a real interesting call. But Miami are really sort of flying high now in terms of not the table, but performance. They're doing very well. I think last selection here, probably going to go for Sebastian Szymanski. So another guy who's been in great form, but again, this is something I'll need to check after the games tomorrow night, see who plays, who's in form, all that type of stuff. I think captain's armband here, I'm going to go with Kalmack. Just fixture wise and everything as well, and say Scotland have been playing really well, and he's been playing well for Scotland as well, which is nice. And this is maxing out the requirements to having a unique in there as well. So I think that's a really strong team overall. McGregor's an interesting one because he's not always doing peak scores, being more of a defensive midfielder, but I think he's quite capable of getting a goal or an assist as well. I'm going to go under 23 Rare Pro next, just because I've got some sort of good super rares to use here and got reasonable goalie picks here too. So in terms of goalkeeper, it's going to be Bazunu against Netherlands or Trubin. I think Trubin's going to be a natural selection. He's not been playing much, it's a wee bit of a concern, but Benfica just bedding him in the scene. I think Rui Costa said basically expects Trubin to be one of the best goalkeepers in Europe, so I think that kind of puts to bed any theories that he's not going to be playing soon. Pretty sure he's going to be playing soon, so just be a matter of time. Samuel Suarez done well too, but he will be in soon, I think. Defence wise, I think I'm going to go with Sotalo here. 2 games, so that's always an added advantage, right? So you're getting 2 bites of the cherry for whatever reason. Good player, great move to Ajax, really good start, first game, really good score there. Rico Puig, guy's just been absolutely brilliant this season. Love him, so good. Forward selection's got a bit more interesting. So Martinelli, I really like. It's a good game against Bolivia. I think Neymar's in the squad, etc. Doku against Azerbaijan's an interesting one. You think after the move to City and starting for City, he'll start. Kulusevski's got a good fixture against Estonia there as well. So it's a really interesting one. I think in terms of averages and peak scores and everything, Doku just so capable of doing those big scores. So provisionally I'm going to put him in here, but you see that's not a no-brainer choice, if you know what I mean, with the other guys that are available in Kokchu. I think the natural captain selection is just taking the benefit of the two games. I don't think really I've got anybody else in here. Just double check if anybody else got benefit of the two games, because that is a good advantage. Billy Gilmore's been playing really well for Brighton. It's nice to see him in the team. Nothing to do with two-game rule. Nico Williams is one I've kept just because of the international selections as well. Manor Solomon's available too, so there we go. So prioritise the pro, and then I'm going to go into, rather than picking my other under 23 team, I'm going to go into the All-Stars just because they're a really good start. And these, I think, sitting like 7th or 8th in the All-Star Super Rare and top 20s in both of these competitions as well, which was a right good start. So in here, this might be the place I'm going to use this Runarsson. Got Allison as well, but we've also got the under 23 still to pick and the All-Star Rare as well. I think I'm going to go with Runarsson in here just for the two games. One of them's against Luxembourg, which is really high chance of a clean sheet, I think, as well. Shame, I think John Stone's injured, so that's not so good. In terms of outfield guys here, Juranovic, so there again, Croatia playing Latvia and then playing Armenia. He should be relatively fresh as well, I think, because he's been rotated a wee bit with Union Berlin. So Netherlands, a good game against Ireland. No offence to any Irish fans there. You expect them to do pretty well against Ireland, but I'm going to go for Joseph there. Ryan's an interesting one. I actually bought this after he moved to Saudi Arabia, so just thinking he'll get some coverage at some point. Not too ancient. He's got two games as well. That's against Turkey and against Croatia. So interesting again. Joey Veerman's just an obvious pick, always in Sorare, but he doesn't always start, or he doesn't start that much for Holland. So Van Gaal. Koeman's been favouring, I think, Wifa or Wifa in the last couple of games. So Tim selection here, I'm not sure if Canales is actually in the Spanish squad. Irfan Kvechi's quite an interesting one. Pretty good player overall. Jan Gregus now getting regular games for Minnesota is interesting. Not the easiest game against the Revs, but pretty solid player. I think initially just go for Gill. I mean, that's not the easiest game, but I think go for Calais Gill. Now, Messi is shown here against Inter Miami, but Argentina still have a game. It did heal a wee murmur that he might play the first game and then be rested for the second game. So that's going to be an interesting one. So we have to use him somewhere. Can't really see me leaving him out unless there's news that he's not going to play. I think Tadic against Lithuania, natural selection there, and then it's going to filter this, see what we've got left in terms of super rares, because I don't really like only playing with one super rare, but sometimes just do it. Gregus is capable of a big score actually, so that's interesting. Stuart Armstrong could play for Scotland, but not certain he'll start. So interesting, real interesting call. I'm not sure John Stone's going to play, so I'll double check on that. But he has been missing games for Man City, so he may well be injured. Kvechi doesn't always start. Johnny Russell says a tough away game. So I think pending the news, we were better just putting Messi in there. Don't have a Messi super rare, unfortunately. There we go. Tadic is a kind of main man, I think, for his country as well. One of the best players. So yeah, light on having a super rare in there. I don't know how optimal that is, but packed full of good players. Juranovic capable of a huge score, 2 games. Runarsson with 2 games, and then the rest very strong. with there being 3 games that are international week games in this sort of monthly leaderboard, just putting in good, strong, consistent performances, I think will be quite important. So into the actual All-Star Rare. So I think here we're going to go for Alisson. Brazil playing against Bolivia. Good fixture as well. Playing at home. As far as I'm aware, anyway, I guess, at home. Virgil. So Liverpool connection, but not actually. I think I fancy James Maddison. I mean, Maddison's been playing great, right? I don't think he'll get as high a score with England. I think Trent. I think no, Trent's injured, so I suppose Maddison could be on sets as well. So that's quite interesting. I'll do a bit of check on that. I mean, I looked at the predictions. It looks as if they're expecting him to start. And Trent being injured, actually, could he get sets? I'm trying to think who else takes sets for England. Probably going to be Maddison, right? Which could be Trippier. Trippier's playing it right back, could be him. But anyway, I just think England are a strong team overall. Unfortunately, having to say that as a Scotsman, but aye, good team. Up front wise, so got Immobile. Now that's interesting. He's been made the Italian captain. Macedonia really shipped a lot of goals against England as well, but they are at home. Immobile's not really a sort of high scorer in that he doesn't do a sort of base. So I fancy maybe Chenich are one of the Brazilian guys here. So let's see who else got. Yeah, Kulusevski actually. So that's quite nice. Forward card against Estonia. I think Kulusevski's a key guy for Sweden as well. So, and we've still got the extra position to fill in here too. We've got Szymanski. Facundo Torres has been playing really well recently. I'm just not really that sure how much he plays for his country. Could just go all at Liverpool and just pick Andy Robertson. Phil Foden, again, I'm not really sure if he'll start for England. I'd imagine he'll feature, but in Ukraine, it says away, but it's not like they're not playing in Ukraine. It should be a neutral venue, I'd imagine. I picked up Luis Arruti kind of for this game week as well. So playing against Municipal, he should definitely start with Varela away. So it's a pretty good fixture. Manor Solomon, usually really good. Let's see. Not the easiest. Again, guys like Martinelli and Rodrigo, the problem is, who's going to start for Brazil, actually. There we go. I think I've got to get Neymar in somewhere. I mean, like Bolivia at home, and that's just... Neymar in it. Just forgot, actually. Had him. Just because he's moved on and uncovered and all that type of stuff, as I was thinking through that there. So, usually does pretty well for Brazil. I'm going to captain him just now. I think he's in the lineup and he's available. So I need to look out for news on that, see what the lineup predictions are, all that type of stuff. So I think we'll pick the All-Star Limited and then we'll pick the Under-23 Limited and then I'll fill out the rest of the teams so that we're not blabbering on. But hopefully gives everybody a bit of an idea as to who are good picks, etc. Donnarumma is interesting. He's pretty nailed to play for Italy. My only small reservation with Alisson is that sometimes Brazil give Ederson a shot, but I think when he was getting games, it was because they had qualified. So I think we've got to go Alisson here. Ruben Diaz is a standout 2 games, but also just a standout on form and averages just now. So I think that's a position that just kind of is pretty easy to pick as well. In here too, could actually double that up and go with Bernardo Silva. So definitely got Bernardo Silva 2 games. One of them's against Luxembourg as well, so that's quite interesting actually. So it's whether or not you just go with somebody over the course of 1 game. So guys like Carles, Gill and stuff here. I think I'm going to try and maximise the advantage of the 2 games with Portugal because Portugal are good, right? And those are really sort of good fixtures as well. Messi decision is going to be interesting. Kane had a rare bad game for Bayern, so bad game, but he didn't score. But he's always brilliant for England, so I'd go with Kane. Ukraine are no mugs as well. They have got some good players, but England are pretty formidable overall. And then it's going to be a decision as to whether putting putting in Messi here. I think provisionally I'm just going to have to put him in. Jordi Alba's Spain, and I don't know why. That's just showing he'll play one of those games. So he's with a Spanish squad, that'll be why. Rodrigo's a pretty interesting selection because he's been in really strong form for Man City as well. The Lord Hans Vanaken, Carles Gil, fantastic. So we'll be able to fill out some other teams. Going to put in Messi again. It's not for this fixture; it's for the Argentinian fixture, and try and work out what's going to happen. I'm going to captain Ruben Diaz with the 2 chances and hope that he manages to feature against Luxembourg, although he's well capable of doing a big score against Slovakia as well, in all honesty. So there we go. Really strong lineup there. No complete walkover, but really strong. Under 23 limited. So again, options are Verbruggen, Trubin. I think the news is that Flecken's going to start for Holland tomorrow night. Kyle Hines kind of kept these, just thought it might be useful at some point. He's a good goalkeeper as well, so you're getting some international utility, and he's not playable for his club at the moment because he's not starting. But it's interesting. So again, pretty sure Trubin will start. I mean, he's just the best goalkeeper for Ukraine. Defence, I think I'll go with Nico Williams. Wales are kind of a wee bit hit or miss away from home, but Latvia, is pretty good fixture there as well. Midfield wise, is anybody kind of lurking down here? Good fixtures. Manor Solomon's one I really like. I think I'll actually pop him in terms of the one for 23 there. Saka, I think, just love Saka. He's such a good player. Scott Bolson's, again, an interesting one, really good player. Again, tempting to put in Martinelli, but that will depend on who I think is going to actually start for Brazil. Like guys like Richarlison really starts up front, Neymar in there, who plays wide. They've got Rodrigo, who bags full of talent, although it's pretty good fixture as well. Got Leo Labada against Romania. It's nice to have some selections actually. It's a reasonable game week. I mean, it's going to be pretty hard unless you've got a lot of the established international guys. I get all that. I think based on the fixture, we're going to put Martinelli in there, just in the drafts anyway. Have a wee look. And then, in terms of the final position, Kokchu's playing pretty well just now. He really good goal he scored for Benfica too. Really nice high average, 9.5% card as well. Manor Solomon's a kind of key guy for Israel. Could actually double him up with Abada as well, but again, Bada's not certain to start. I'm going to go with Solomon actually, just provisionally. He's just a key guy for Israel. Turkey and Armenia, that's a good fixture too. It's tough on it. I think I'll go Kokchu actually, and then I'll probably play Manor Solomon in the caps. So there we go. And Saka's excellent for England, playing in a strong team, but it's a really good player overall. So it's quite a close one actually, but can see him doing a high score for sure in that game. And I think I haven't picked the under 23s rare yet, so let's pick that. Actually, a lot more on than I thought there was going to be on this weekend. So, Gavin Bazunu or Trubin. Again, it's a difficult one because I'm sort of backing some of the English players here actually in the other teams. But, Trubin is quite capable of doing a 50 or 60, conceding 1 or 2 goals. So, I think it's between Bazunu and Trubin. I think it's got to go Trubin. Just don't. Gavin Bazunu's not really in good form. I think the last game he played, not that bad, but they just conceded a lot of goals and he'll get a lot of stick for that. But I don't think there were any direct errors or anything. Just Southampton don't really defend very well. But there we go. Nico Williams, again, showing the value of kind of keeping hold of him for these weeks. And Manor Solomon. If you go with a wee Israel stack, that would be quite cool actually. So, and Martinelli available. These guys are probably more likely all to start together. So, kind of do that. That's quite good actually. Oscar Glock, Captain Manor Solomon. Look at this, look. Shakhtar Donetsk guys together, Nico Williams, Abada and Glock were supporting Israel against Romania. 9th of September. Nice. I actually don't mind that. Like I think like Martinelli, Rodrigo probably get a weaker fixture on paper against Bolivia, but you know, I think I'm just gonna put that in the draft initially anyway. So some food for thought. We've picked 7 teams already. I think there's some guys in there who are good shouts. Guys like Manor Solomon, obviously for the Caps. Urruti's a guy to have a look at. Universitario used to be a huge price. I picked a couple of him up, so I'll be putting him in, I think, in terms of the rare caps, etc. One of the reasons I picked him up was for some coverage over these game weeks as well. But I still like that strategy in terms of those teams. Just a recap, you know, going really strong in these competitions where we're doing pretty well. So just before finishing, so leagues. So yeah, turned out a really good weekend. So 15th in the All-Star Rare, 20th in the All-Star Rare Pro, 8th in the All-Star Super Rare, and 400th in the All-Star Limited month long. We haven't really entered All-Star Unique. That'll be one maybe target when all the Celtic guys are available, etc., and more fixtures. But that's an awesome start. It's really good rewards, and hopefully can build on that and get a couple of top 10s, or maybe sneak some podiums, etc. as well. So there we go. I think I'll give some people ideas for the weekend. I'm not sure how much is on next midweek, but we'll keep doing this. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Really pleased with what's happening with the channel. We're nearly 800 subs, which is brilliant. YouTube will put a video up here. Well, if I do the end card, put a video up. If you want to watch some of the other videos as well, but really do appreciate everybody watching. No giveaways running just now, but they will be back at some point soon as well. So take some stock on that, try and build things a bit. And if anyone has any idea for content or whatever, something specifically you want to see, give me a shout and we'll see if we can try and cover it. But anyway, I'm going to go now, so I'm rambling. Thanks very much again for watching. Good luck. Go fuck.